You are now listening to Cryptid Cocktail Party. Creatures, let's meet for a drink. It's a treat. Join us. Join us in the fight. Cryptid Cocktail Party. Cryptid Cocktail Party.
Welcome everyone to part 2 of All You Can Eat Creepypasta. I don't think it holds a candle to part 1, but we'll see.
Glowing recommendation.
No, I'm just fucking with you. It's
Just unhinge your jaw. We're gonna pour in some sloppy creepy pastas.
yeah. For those of you who don't know, I'm your host Dave, joined as always by my wonderful co-host Sarge. Sarge, how are you doing, bud? Before we get into the episode, I want to know how you had a pretty eventful weekend.
I'm magnificent. Yeah, I had to go to California for work. I shouldn't say I had to. I actually do enjoy my trips to California. I love LA to visit, not to live. But I had a great time, and I met up with Chris and Ed, and we had an awesome time at this incredible bar called Jake's Darts Away.
Hell yeah.
In Burbank, California. We had a couple of drinks and joked around and laughed a little bit, talked about Chris's upcoming move. And yeah, it was a really good time. We had a lot of fun. They're super funny, nice guys. They're just as nice and genuine as you see on their podcast, possibly even nicer if that's possible. But I had an amazing time. Really, really enjoyed it. So thanks guys for meeting with me. And yeah, and now I have a lot of jet lag. And the thing is, I'm not smart enough to recognize that it was jet lag. So today I'm real dragging ass and I'm like, man, why am I so fucking tired? Oh, right. Completely different time zone.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, I'm glad you guys got to meet up and you had a good time together. I'm bummed I couldn't be there, but we'll make it.
We did raise a glass in your honor.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm glad you had a good time. And I guess with that out of the way, why don't we just continue on to part 2 of All You Can Eat Creepypasta. This week you're going to hear from like I said, Chris and Ed from Scared All the Time, and Tyler and Charlie from Believing Bizarre. I guess this, as if this was a show lineup, they would be the headliners. The episode 1 was just the opening acts.
Yeah.
This is where things get good. Unfortunately for Sarge, though, he missed out on a good chunk of it because his computer just didn't want to.
The internet sandbagged me.
Yeah, so you're going to hear a lot less from Sarge. If anything, I don't even know. I don't remember if in part 2.
I'm probably early on in the episode. It was really the last story really fucked me over.
Yeah. So if you're hoping to hear Sarge in this one, you're shit out of luck. So
that's all right. You can reach out to me for opinions afterwards if you're really that interested.
Yeah. All right. So I guess
you're not, and I know you're not.
So all right, let's just dive into it. Chris, Ed, which one of you guys want to go first?
All right. So as this episode has been progressing, and I've slowly realized more and more that there's no way the original stories I pulled up are going to fly based on what we've been enjoying to this point. I actually emailed Ed a new one, and I found a new one for myself. Ed, do you want me to go first, or would you like to dive in?
I'm sure mine's crazy short, so you can go first.
They're both pretty short, but okay, I'll go first.
Hey, whatever, up to you.
So this creepypasta comes to us from reddit.com/r/creepypasta, and it is called I Am the Eye Test.
Okay.
All right.
It begins, I am the eye test, and I didn't know what it meant to be the eye test when they first advertised it. It was interesting and new, so I signed up to be the eye test. I was so excited.
Take a drink every time he says eye test.
I only didn't get another drink.
I'm also I hear I am the walrus, right? I am the walrus.
Yeah.
Eye test. Yeah.
Anyone who's drinking at eye test in this, Godspeed.
Well, I switched to water for it.
You switched to vodka, bro. Straight. Like goose.
Straight goose, you said?
Grey Goose.
Oh, that said straight goose. Oh, that's straight goose he's got.
Yeah.
Straight goose as opposed to gay goose.
No, gay goose would be in.
You could be
Never mind.
drinking Tito if you want. I don't care. It's on you.
What was, did somebody hit a guitar? What was that?
It's a
Sorry, I
gong.
put
It sounded like a
I
gong.
put my cup of water behind me.
Oh,
That is a serious
when
cup
she-
of water.
Yeah, when she places her judgment gong, you're done. So she wants no more of that story. The gong has spoken.
Or was it gong before, huh?
We need that
Yeah.
15 minutes ago.
Okay, so let's see. I signed up to be the eye test. I was so excited. And then I remember the eye doctor looking at me and seeing whether I was ready to be the eye test. I told the doctor I was ready to be the eye test. Then, on my first day as the eye test, the doctor stabbed me in the stomach and chopped off my left arm.
I'm sorry, chopped off his left arm?
Chopped off your arm?
Bare left arm?
Well, you don't need
I
it
don't
to
know.
see.
You don't.
Stabbed me in the stomach and chopped off my left arm. I was
Unless he's that dude from.
Oh, Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah, then he's fucked.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
I was screaming in pain, and then I had to go in front of someone who was testing his eyes.
This one
Can
or
you
this
see
one?
this man scream?
So he is the eye test. He's the eye test.
He was able to see that I had no left arm and that I was stabbed up. Then my arm
Stabbed up.
then my arm grew back and my stomach healed. So this was being the eye test, and I had signed a contract that I would do this for a year. I couldn't go back on it or I would be in so much debt. So
What?
You couldn't go back on it or
That's
your
the
arm
real
would
horror of
regrow.
this story is
Well, like,
crippling debt.
Why would he be
I
in
need
debt?
to see the the ad on Craigslist. Does it start with like you got limbs that grow back? Call us, be an eye test, or as part of it is they injected them with something that gave them this power.
I think I think you get the power when you become the eye test.
Yeah,
That's the way I'm
okay.
reading it.
yeah, I think the
I don't-
idea
how much
is
is the eye test paid? Is it like a good amount? Because I'll do the eye test. I'll be the eye
It's
test.
debt, the amount of debt this person has. I'll be an eye test if they're going to give me sick powers
Yeah.
and a year of employment. At this point, I'd just be pumped about that.
Dave Ramsey approves.
So I had to stick it through, and the eye doctor would do all sorts to me. And the person with the bad eyesight would have to see what is wrong with my body. Then I would be healed.
How bad is someone's eyes that they can't see that they're missing a limb?
Mine's pretty bad.
Lift your
Yeah.
hand, which side limb he's losing.
Yeah.
Well,
How many arms am I holding up?
none? What?
Well, what if you're holding your arm up though?
Yeah. That's a trick question.
One.
Could you imagine being the eye test though, and the person's supposed to point out what's wrong with you, and they like mention something fucked up about your nose, and that wasn't one of the things they were supposed
Unrelated.
to mention.
Yeah.
And
You're
then
like,
you're
"What the
just
fuck?"
insecure about your nose.
They find the one thing about you that you don't like, and you're like,
Yeah.
fuck.
You've been curb stomped, scalped, had your intestines pulled out, and you've had a hot poker shoved through your body, and they're like, is that a birthmark?
He's just fat. Like, no, it's hurtful.
He's kind of short.
So so far though,
He's 5'3".
so far, everyone has passed the eye test, and this person he's healed. But then we come to the next section of this story. Then when he burned me and chopped off my leg, the person who was doing the eye test, he failed to see what was wrong with me, and so I didn't heal. I had to
The
suffer
person
like
said,
this.
"You're beautiful just how you are."
Oh,
Yeah.
firefighter. That
They were
was
just being
normal for him.
polite. They didn't want to be like, oh, he's missing an arm, but I can't call that out.
Jesus, no!
I don't want to be ableist.
Yeah, it's so rude.
I had to suffer like this. And then another person who went for an eye test was able to see what was wrong with me. And so my leg healed and the burns went away. It was hard being the eye test. And if someone couldn't clearly see what was wrong with me and they say the wrong thing, then I am stuck like that. Now, I hated being the eye test, but I did have one benefit from it. I remember when I accidentally bashed my landlord's head in because I was a little short with the rent.
Happens to the best of us.
What?
Excuse me? What?
Doesn't sound like part of the
I
test at
fell
all.
into it.
What a coincidental timing there. You're short with the rent and you just happen to accidentally bash your landlord's head in the same
Just
day.
murder your landlord.
In this economy, honestly,
Well,
I get it.
That's what he says.
It's valid.
Being the eye test isn't all that well paid. Although,
Then why are you doing it?
Yeah, you said you were financially in ruin otherwise.
yeah, I grabbed something hard and bashed my landlord's head in. Then, out of desperation, I took my landlord to where the eye test center is, and I begged the eye doctor to let my dead landlord be the eye test today.
He's dead now?
Well, his head was bashed in.
I want to hear
I don't
the
think he
story
made it,
about
Ed.
the landlord. Like, forget all the
Yeah.
stuff about the eye test. I want to learn, like, what is the drama between this guy and his landlord? Like, that would be a more
pretty
interesting story.
self-explanatory.
I think the drama was the pre-established rent.
Yeah, he's short on rent. That's the drama.
He was nice enough to let it happen.
The
So,
landlord?
no,
the
doctor.
The doctor.
eye doctor let the dead landlord
Oh.
the eye test. So the person taking the eye test was able to see correctly that my landlord was dead and that his head was bashed in. My landlord came back to life with his injuries all healed. The end.
Yeah, I don't know. I guys like. Having you been to the eye doctor though? That's every time I go there. I have to pick out what's wrong.
They cover this like, oh, you mean that dead guy with his
Yeah,
head bashed in?
yeah,
Like, yeah, your eyes are good.
It's not about the eye
Prescription.
test, you guys. It's about the heads we bashed along the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I don't hate it.
that's I am the eye test.
Thanks, Chris.
I can't believe it didn't pay well.
I'd
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if you're going to cut my limbs off, even if they're going to grow back, I want to get paid.
Did things
True.
that you went in maybe with prior get fixed? Like, I'm colorblind. They
Well,
fix
yeah,
that?
it does. It does because
Yeah.
the landlord came in dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
does.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but how would they be able to see if your eyes were, if you couldn't see colors? Like they
I'd have to
can't
do,
see
I'd have to
you
do that
can't see.
bubble test in front of them.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
They'd have to see you failing that test to point that
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I can't see the 7. Can you? Ah, he must be colorblind.
It's pretty crazy. I've seen him fail it. So I would have fixed it.
Thank you.
That's
It's a good way to get your penis made bigger too.
How serious was your story before you just switched it?
So House of Rules, which I read last night and went to sleep uncomfortable about, is pretty long and pretty serious and very well
Chris
written.
way.
But that wasn't the vibe I was getting.
Yeah.
Were you uncomfortable about it in like a horror movie sense, or like in the sense of the story that Echo read, like being uncomfortable about that?
No, I was uncomfortable about it from like that's really creepy kind of way. It's a good creepypasta.
Gotcha.
If I recommend anybody go look up House of Rules. It's a good story. It's well written.
We're not here for that.
No, we apparently certainly are not.
Turns out that's why we had to switch last minute.
So
All right,
Ed,
Chris sent me one. Chris sent me this one in a fucking panic, being like, "We can't read our good shit."
You could have. No one would have.
abort.
No, mine was so short, so short because he knows I have a difficult time reading. And this is a cold read. So do I have to credit it? So it's on r/creepypasta, and it's the name of the story is "How to Give Drugs to Nuns."
Oh, good.
I'm sold.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
All
love
right,
it already.
so let me.
Don't you just give them the drugs?
I put it into a separate text edit file so I can make it the font bigger.
I'll take
What you do
notes.
is you do the ceremonial wafer things. You just drop acid
Yeah.
on it, and then
I had an aunt.
I like how you
think.
think.
She do drugs?
I don't think she did. I bet she'd be a lot more fun if she fucking did though.
It would be kind of cool if you could just like put some.
I don't know. It's been a lot of people in my
holy
life who were less fun after doing drugs. Okay, so this is, I think, a TED Talk on how to sell drugs to nuns. Here we go.
hell yeah.
I have always wanted to sell drugs to nuns and never could. Throughout
Why?
throughout my youth, I tried to sell as many drugs to nuns as much as possible, but the nuns never took it. Back then, there used to be a gang of us all trying to sell drugs to nuns. But then after a while, it was just me doing it alone after many years.
which is often how drug use goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The drugs never touched any of the nuns. And they always treated us like little devils.
But the nuns
Then
touched
eventually I stopped trying to give drugs to nuns.
Do you have something you want to talk about, Chris?
Listen to the show.
Yeah, this is, I don't even know. He found this pretty quick. Then eventually I stopped trying to give drugs to nuns and I had to grow up and get with life. It was the hardest thing I ever had to do. All right, and this is where this person's life maybe gets better than mine based on this next. Then I married a woman, and I had 2 kids with her. Yay! But the marriage was tainted because of my desires to give drugs to nuns.
Jesus.
It made me an absence father.
Because
I wasn't
someone that
really
accepts you
there.
for your passions, you know.
It's an absence father.
Hey,
yeah.
he's a good father. He'd want to give drugs to nuns, not his kids. So give him credit for something.
This is true.
Sure, but he also should have been given his time to his kids, and he couldn't because he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Hold on.
there.
I take it back. I was physically there, but mentally and emotionally, I was trying to sell drugs to nuns. That's what I wanted to do, and that was my dream. Then we got divorced, and my wife. Hold on.
wife.
So I added the and. So then we got divorced, and my wife found another man and had a child with him. This lady was.
And that child sold drugs to nuns.
Oh, that'd be painful.
Heartbreak.
Or if the
I
new
don't know.
husband.
We haven't seen what happens yet. So then many years went by, and my wife's new husband had left her. These were times of tribulation. Okay.
Ex is divorced. I can't sell drugs to nuns. It truly is a tale of two cities.
Yeah. Okay. I remember picking up my sons as it was my time with them, but my wife always tried to make me take her other daughter from the other guy on a day out as well. I always declined.
Just like my credit card.
Yep. I said, not that one.
Try this one. No. That's weird.
that
It's just the chip. Hey, try it again.
Wipe the child off. Try him again.
Will you take this child as payment? It's not mine. I always declined.
Take someone's firstborn.
Yeah. I always declined until one day I told her that I will only take her daughter. Hold on. What? So I will only take her daughter and not our sons on a day out.
Okay, that's
Okay.
no.
That's
That's
no.
weird.
No.
That's
Yeah.
the
No,
stipulation that
unacceptable.
makes him say okay, I guess. So my wife was taken aback by this and was
The
angry.
horror story is about this guy.
Well, we'll have to find out. This is a cold read. So my wife was taken aback by this and was angry as to why I will only take out a child that isn't mine, but not my 2 flesh-bloodied children. That's how it's
Okay.
written.
This guy's a creepazoid. I'm sorry.
This irritated my wife, which she should have had a bigger reaction.
Yeah.
This
I think he's gonna
irritated
try
my
to sell
wife
this girl.
and her daughter that isn't mine. She got to have fun day out. She got to have fun day out, and she even had cash from me on days out. Wait, hold on. So I'm going back a sentence. My wife was taken aback by this and was angry as to why I will only take out child that isn't mine, but not my 2 is the number, flesh-bloodied children. This irritated my wife and her daughter that isn't mine. She got to have fun day out, and she even had cash from me on days out. My 2, the number sons, were jealous. And then one day, written out 1. And then one day, my wife wanted to find out where I took her daughter. Okay.
I would too.
Yeah.
Too. I'm on the wife's side.
Yeah. My wife, along with number 2 of our sons, they saw that I took my wife's daughter to sell drugs to the nuns.
Yes.
I was hoping it would come back.
I knew it was
Or you
gonna
just
come back.
abandoned that topic of this
No.
story.
I knew she was the ploy.
Like the AI storyline in the
recruiting
second
her.
season of The Pit, it was dropped immediately.
Yeah.
My wife, along with 2 sons, they saw blah, blah, blah. The nuns were so pleased. Hold on. Back. To sell drugs to the nuns. The nuns were so pleased that a man like me was taking out my wife's daughter that isn't mine on a day out, that it moved the nuns' heart. They have one communal heart.
Yeah.
That it moved the nuns' heart, and they bought the drugs I gave them. Wait, so they gave it to them or they bought
Famous characteristic of nuns. They all share one heart.
He's just selling fucking Tylenol.
I think they bought the drugs. Nuns don't have a lot of money.
All right, we're in the end game now. So the nuns were so pleased that a man like me was taking out my wife's daughter that isn't mine on a day out, and it moved the nuns' heart, and they bought the drugs I gave them. I gave some money to the little girl as well on whatever we made.
To make her complicit in the crime.
Yeah. That's what I found out. Any daughter that's not mine is wearing a wire. I gave some money to the little girl as well and whatever they made. My wife was furious. And ever since then, I have only ever wanted to take out her daughter that isn't mine, even though I leave out my flesh-bloodied sons.
I like that
end
he
of the
keeps
story.
calling her his wife, even though they're divorced.
Yeah.
And they've been divorced for most of this story.
Yeah, not my
It's like, my
ex-wife
wife.
or my wife.
Huh.
And then he has to clarify that the girl isn't his every time.
Every
He's like,
single
just so
time.
everyone knows, this is not my fucking kid.
Yes.
So you dare say that's my fucking kid.
That was a good story. I think I did okay having cold read it because this person apparently writes in a way I'm very comfortably.
What
very
drugs
comfortable
do you
to read.
think they were selling?
Ketamine.
All of them.
Oh,
8 balls.
NyQuil.
At a certain point, you'd have to switch up to drugs to see if it's the drugs or you. That's why the reason
Yeah.
I'm not buying.
I used
That's
to-
probably too logical thinking for the character.
I used to be addicted to ZQL.
Ooh.
wait, doesn't Zequel not have it for me?
Shut the fuck up, David.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Is that a drug?
It's not.
Anything can be habit forming if you have an
It's-
addictive
Man,
personality.
it was bad, dude.
When you snort it,
I took it all places.
he was ejected.
Zequel is just NyQuil, but without like the cold medicine stuff.
Yeah, no, it was a problem.
Oh.
It was a real problem. I slept for days.
Yeah, that's too long.
It's far too
That's
long.
what he left halfway through this episode. He's taking his hit.
Well, it
It's
was.
just a fucking like
I worked night shift.
self-induced coma.
Yeah, it
Well,
was.
the nun story was good. Thanks, Chris. That was definitely better than the other one that was about probably a real ghost or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I don't know after because I'm not as well versed in creepypasta like I think a lot of you guys are.
I'm not.
But I don't now know what
Like pasta.
creepypasta is because based
It's
on
whatever.
the things we've just read, it
Yeah.
didn't seem like there was a real through line. Like, does it have
Is-
to? That one wasn't even
All right,
creepy.
Ed, I'm gonna give you a creepypasta here. Okay.
Okay, so this is gonna what your creepypasta you guys chose is like a traditional creepypasta. You're saying.
Yeah, I didn't catch the vibe of the
You're
room.
gonna read before me.
I'm
As-
gonna read it for you.
I don't like
Before
That's too
before
bad,
we
my
dive
friend.
into that, as the research guy on Scared All the Time, Ed, I can tell you that creepypasta is a derivation of the term copypasta, which was the term for like folk tales on the internet that anybody could just copy paste into a message board as if it had happened to them. So they were always written in the first person. You know, they were sort of like the stories of like, I was walking down the street in New York City and Bill Murray tackled me to the ground. And then as I got up, he said with a smile, "No one will ever believe you." That would be like
That's a good creepypasta.
that would be like a good copy pasta that you would just post as if it happened to you, even though it didn't. And then creepypastas evolved from that as scary stories written in the first person as things that happened to the person writing them.
All right,
and
well,
then
then
it
in my
just
next
since
general
become-
meeting, I'm stealing this nun story to say it happened to me
yeah,
because I want to impress.
Okay, I have
Which
a great
character are
idea.
you in that
Sell
story?
nuns to sell drugs to nuns.
Yeah, which was a lifelong goal of mine.
I mean, how to sell drugs to nuns is a great title for a movie. So
It does.
Yeah.
That
That
would
would
be
there.
that would be the guys from Shaun of the Dead.
yeah,
I
Yes.
think. Yes, it would be those guys.
I'd watch it. Well, Chris, thank you for choosing that story for Ed. Ed, thank you for reading it.
no
it was
problem.
good.
We did not go with the same assignment as everybody else.
I told everyone
okay.
that it can be serious or it could be bad.
It's good. We'll end on a slightly different
I like how
note.
you didn't say silly. You're like serious or bad.
Those are the only two options you have when choosing
Dog
creepypastas.
shit or-
Yeah, we chose different good ones.
Okay. This one is called The Expressionless.
Ooh.
In June 1972, a woman appeared in Cedars-Sinai Hospital in Los Angeles, California, in nothing but a white, blood-covered gown.
This is a
Now-
classic. I love this one.
Now, this in itself should not be too surprising, as people often have accidents nearby and come to the nearest hospital for medical attention, but there were two things that caused people who saw her to vomit and flee in terror.
Was it all the blood?
It is kind of funny.
Probably. The first being that she wasn't actually human. She resembled something close to a mannequin, but had the dexterity and the fluidity of a normal human being.
Oh my
Her
god!
face was as flawless as a
lady.
mannequin's, devoid of eyebrows and smeared in makeup. There was a kitten clamped in her jaws, so
Clamped.
unnaturally tight that no teeth could be seen, and the blood was still squirting out over her gown and onto the floor.
Don't fuck with cats, man.
She then pulled it out of her mouth, tossed it aside, and collapsed. From the
Like it's
moment she stepped
unclamped.
through the entrance to when she was taken to a hospital room and cleaned up before being prepped for sedation, she was completely calm, expressionless, and motionless. The doctors thought it best to restrain her until the authorities could arrive, and she did not protest. They were unable to get any kind of response from her, and most staff members felt too uncomfortable to look directly at her for more than a few seconds. But the second the staff tried to sedate her, she fought back with extreme force. 2 members of staff had to hold her down as her body rose up on the bed with that same blank expression. She turned her emotionless eyes toward the male doctor, and she did something unusual. She smiled. As she did,
Yeah, I've never smiled at a male doctor.
Yes.
as she did, the female doctor screamed and let her go in shock. In the woman's mouth were not human teeth, but long, sharp spikes.
Oh no.
Too long
Keep your
to
oral hygiene out of this.
too long for her mouth to close fully without causing any damage.
Like
Oh,
Baraka.
jeez.
Yes.
Say, got that Baraka mouth.
Yeah.
The male doctor stared back at her for a moment before asking, "What in the hell are you?"
And do you have insurance?
Quick question.
Yes,
Why do
did you
they
have
feel the
insurance?
need to specify that the doctors are male every single time they talk about them?
Well, because there was a female doctor who was not cool. Did you hear that? The other one was the female doctor. So I think there's
She's the one that screamed and let her go.
The female doctor
okay.
screamed.
In case
But
you
now
try
we
and
know
act
all
it
the
out.
doctors are male, so they can just like leave it alone. Or is this like
I think a lot of these stories
End
could use
story
like
with-
a "we'll call him Mark."
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a
Okay.
male doctor. We'll call him Mark, and there was a female doctor, and we'll call her.
Mark.
I don't know.
Mark.
Really
and she was not my
Marka.
child.
She was
She
not
was
my
not
child.
my child.
So she cracked her neck down to her shoulder to observe him, still smiling. There was a long pause. The security had been alerted and could be heard coming down the hallway. As he heard them approach, she darted forward, sinking her teeth into the front of his throat, ripping out his jugular and letting him fall to the floor, gasping for air as he choked on his own blood. Might also be for the pronouns.
We also don't need to worry that
We've all been there.
Who's the one that was bit? The doctor or the security
The
person?
male doctor,
male
because they
doctor.
said he.
yeah, we don't gotta worry about.
Well, there
the
was
male
It was
Doctor
Mark.
Mark coming,
Mark
so I
is
didn't know.
dead.
Yeah, Mark got
Mark.
fucked up. Yeah,
Mark
he's-
is
R.I.P.
still
God
I'm
bless.
also confused because, like, aren't they supposed to be from like first person point of view?
Whoa,
How
whoa,
is this,
whoa, whoa,
How is this
whoa.
person
Echo.
witnessing
It's okay.
witnessing all of this?
It's
You're thinking
You
about
didn't
it?
ask
omniscient.
that question in my story when it was obvious that nobody knew who was speaking.
no one
That's why I think all the other stories are real and this one's fake. It just doesn't line up.
This one makes sense. It can't be real.
I could.
Yeah.
I could walk to Cedar Sinai in probably 20 minutes. Should I go and ask if anyone remembers this event?
Do it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Do a live stream. I'll watch
Having
that shit.
spent some time in the Cedar Sinai emergency
Same.
room, I can tell you this is not too far off from things that I've seen in there.
Yeah, we've seen those teeth and writing at Norm's across the street.
Like, this is a real place.
Yeah, it's in California.
I didn't know this is a real place.
The only reason I know how to say it is because of my job now. When we first read the story, I had no idea how to say Cedar Sinai.
That's all right.
So she stood up, leaned over him, the dead guy, her face coming dangerously close to his as the life faded from his eyes. She leaned closer.
I'm sorry, less dangerous than it just was?
This is like the animation after fatality, I think, in a video game.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And she said, "I am God."
Oh.
Ooh,
The doctor's
is
eyes
female,
filled
we
with
were right.
fear.
just like
The
Dogma.
doctor's eyes filled with fear as he watched her calmly walk away to greet the security men. His last ever sight would be watching her feast on them one by one. The female doctor who survived the incident named her the Expressionless, and there was never a sighting of her again.
We did
Yeah.
this story on our podcast, and my
I'm
wife
just a
read
guest.
it. Yeah, my wife read it, and she did.
But she read the "I am God" part, right?
She didn't she?
I read the story.
Oh yeah, she read the "I am God" part, and it was terrifying.
I'm sure I didn't say Cedar Sinai correct back then.
It is, this one seems like a real creepypasta in the sense that like you can read that story at like midnight, 1 a.m. and go to bed a little like, fuck, that was scary.
Or just you could read that story. Like you could read that story.
Oh yeah, true. It gets all the way to the end.
That was proofread at least twice.
Yeah.
Unlike my story that wasn't even read after it was written.
That person only wrote that story between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. continually. Just like woke up and was like, let's pound this
with
down.
like an old Gutenberg printing machine where they like, didn't have all the letters.
No backspace.
And so they just had to just like, oh, this is what we can do.
They had to roll the ink over the letters and fucking clamp it down.
I am nervous.
Dark ink.
Yeah.
I'm not a strong reader, and this is not a silly story, so we'll do our best here.
I'm ready for it.
This is my dad finally told me about what happened that day.
This is I think this is just how to sell drugs to nuns from the perspective of the daughter.
No, it's actually kind of creepy.
He told me I'm not actually.
That would be actually creepy by her perspective, anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Somebody write that story, please.
You ever seen a nun do a line?
They say, Jesus Christ. I went to visit my dad not too long ago. We have a good relationship. We just didn't talk all that much. His health is starting to decline. He was a little wistful. We're just having a beer, not saying much. And when he says that he had something he needed to tell me when I was old enough, you might as well know. I didn't know what he was talking about, so I asked him. And he said, remember that time I got home from work really upset and I wouldn't tell you what happened? I did. It wasn't something I would ever forget. Remember the time your dad flew into a rage and smashed his whiskey bottle? Because I do.
Yeah, that's a core memory.
Yeah.
That was most nights, honestly.
That's just Friday.
I did remember it. It wasn't something I would ever forget. He was just upset. He was scared of something. I never seen dad scared in my life until then. He was the kind of guy whose bar fights are known as town legends. I also remember he told me to never ask about it, so I never did. What he told me disturbed me profoundly. I've been bothered by it ever since. I hope writing it out will help me deal with it. First, a little background. The first incident. When I was really young, like 4 or 5, my dad and I lived in a cheap apartment building on the ground floor. I don't remember much about it. I know I didn't like it there. Kids weren't nice to play with. They'd steal my toys, and it was just a grimy area.
Sounds just like a classic childhood to me.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all ever been to Cleveland?
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like Cleveland.
Yeah. But we were having a rough time, and
taking jobs out of Cleveland.
We were having a rough time, and it's what we could afford. Probably what I remember the most about the place is how I would get awoken from my sleep every once in a while by flashlights. I don't remember being too worried about it at first. I just assumed there was a lot of lighting in the area that I was like 5, and I don't remember jack about the meteorology. One night, my diet...
Wait, where did meteorology come from?
Yeah.
Flashing in the skies.
The lights in the sky should have been.
Oh,
okay.
I was thinking
Meteors.
flashlights, like the ones you
Yeah.
hold.
No,
I was thinking
that's
the
what I
dad.
thought
Like
too.
flashing of lights.
Are you sleeping?
We've all had a jerk ass sibling that's done that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never ask me why I do this to you.
I just need to know if you're sleeping.
And that's how you end up in the eye test.
One night, my dad and I had my uncle and his wife over for a crab leg dinner.
Hell yeah.
I remember distinctly because it was the first time I'd ever eaten crab. While they were talking, I just casually mentioned the lightning last night. And my dad said, there was no lightning last night. I thought he was just clowning around, so I laughed and I told him the flashing lights woke me up. And he and my uncle got serious, and that freaked me out because they're always so silly when they're together. They asked me questions about the lights and nothing I can really recall exactly. But they decided I was probably seeing headlights from the cars driving by, shining in the curtains. I guess I believed them. But after that, I always got nervous about flashing lights, and that would wake me up. Because I knew it wasn't lightning anymore, unless it was. A few times
One time this guy sees lightning, he freaks out.
You know how I'm constantly seeing lightning with no accompanying thunder? It's happening all the
Or
time.
rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunny day.
It's Thor. A few times I called for my dad when it happened. But when he got to my room, there was nothing to see because it was lightning. he started telling me it was all in my head. And we moved out of that apartment a year or so later.
Ah, yes, classic head lightning. It's one step over swamp gas.
My dad's handyman business partner picked us up, and the flashing lights stopped when we left. So I came to believe it was a combination of passing cars and my imagination. It was something I never really gave much thought into until recently. And the second incident is the one time I was helping my dad out on a job. And this was a bigger job, kind of rebuilding a whole house. So he had a few other guys working with us. Some of them I knew and I'd seen before. I was used to them. We'd always use these guys when we worked on bigger jobs. I was sitting on my own, eating my lunch and listening to my CD Walkman. Dad generally didn't eat lunch. He would just go in and work. So he was still busy on the site. Suddenly, I noticed a guy walking toward me from the general direction of the site. I don't remember seeing this guy
danger,
before.
He's going to sell drugs to nuns.
Oh my God. Let me pause my Evanescence CD.
Yeah. We're real silly.
It's not a phase, Dad.
But he was making a beeline straight for me. He was an older guy. He had a shaved head and he was wearing a Ramones t-shirt. He sat down beside me, way too close, and he didn't say a word.
You ever seen Lightning, kid?
You ever seen Lightning? You like gladiator movies?
I took off my headphones because I didn't want to be rude, and I said, hi. He told me that my dad was looking for me, and I should go heading back. I started heading back as soon as I finished my sandwich. And that was my plan anyway, but I said that was fine. To make things less awkward, I said I liked the Ramones. And he didn't even seem to know who they were.
Poser.
Yeah.
No, these are the Ram ones. It's a improv comedy troupe I like. They do a lot of stuff where you give them a suggestion about a 70s porno.
And they dress like Rams.
After sitting with me for a few moments longer while I ate my sandwich, unfortunately, he got up and started walking away, and I was relieved. I started pulling my headphones back on, and he suddenly stopped. I don't know why, but it freaked me out. I froze, and he turned around and fixed me with the most hateful stare I'd ever seen.
You don't know the Ramones?
He looked him dead in the eyes. Poser.
I didn't know what it felt like to be hated until then.
Wow.
It's a privilege.
It
right
was
there.
like he wanted me dead.
Charmed life.
Some of our reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah. I let Chris read them all. I'd go off the fucking handle if I saw something bad.
Where the fuck was I?
hate.
Yeah. I remember thinking what I should do when he attacks me.
I'm going to kill that guy.
But he didn't attack me. He shouted, "Someone's been sleeping in your bed and I don't like it."
What the
fuck?
What?
What?
And he stalked off, leaving me puzzled and terrified.
And I don't like
It
it.
was probably 85 degrees out, and I was shivering.
I want to sleep in your bed.
Oh my God.
I put the rest of my sandwich away, and I went back to work.
Good call.
I asked my dad who that guy was a little later, and he said he had no idea who I was talking about.
Just a vagrant hanging around job sites.
I described the guy, and Dad said nobody like that had ever worked on the site.
Well, Timmy, you almost got trafficked, but that's okay. I didn't see anything.
This is going to end with this dude spooning him.
We're finally in your bed together.
I lied. I do know the Ramones. He whispered softly in my ear.
It's like that in the song "Endless Love" plays. All right. And at the time, I figured it was just some weird drunk guy. But now, this has a whole new meaning. Things I didn't catch before stand out, like my sandwich was still in my box when that guy talked to me. How do you know I brought that sandwich for lunch? And this is Dad's story. When I was 15, Dad was called on a job, some house way out on the other side of the bay. In the town I grew up in, you have two sides. One side was the
Baltimore.
bay and with all the beaches and the mall, and the other side had a downtown and lots of woods. Is
It's
that
on the
LA,
Cape?
Chris?
Like what?
Is that LA wood?
No, this sounds like they're eating crab legs. This is fucking Baltimore or some shit.
Oh,
in my
you,
opinion.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think you're right. You're
downtown and woods is not a combo that you usually find. I feel like in a lot of cities.
Outside of Raccoon
Eh,
City.
we have it here. We got
Yeah?
it here in the South.
The old apartment was on the beachy side. So my dad was called, and he showed up with all his tools, and the front yard was really overgrown.
The front lard?
Okay, that's just me. I'm sorry, that's just me.
Okay.
We're just roasting me now. Goddamn.
So wait, So are we now in a flashback to the dad?
Yeah, this is dad's story.
This is the dad's flashback.
This
now.
is the dad's story.
I'm sorry if
So
I'm having
now
trouble
the
following.
dad is
okay.
telling how he sees
Okay,
it.
I just want to make
Okay.
sure we're
I'm
all
glad
The
that
front yard was
clarified.
really overgrown. I got it that time. No vehicles in the driveway except for a rusting hunk of what used to be a 70s model Chevy.
Of course.
The house
There's always
is in
one.
pretty bad shape. Yeah.
Yeah, some
It
square.
was on
body.
bricks too. So he went into the front door, and before he could knock, he saw a note telling him to come in and they'd be back soon. He didn't like going to someone's house without them there because he didn't want to get accused of anything.
Mhm.
But he'd driven so far, so he went ahead.
Like breaking
And he
and
got to
entering.
work. There's a note. And he got to work on repairing some old wood rod around the windows frames. And he'd been there for nearly an hour when he thought he heard someone. And he went to check. And there was still no car in the driveway except for his van and the broken down Chevy. Hello? He called. He heard what sounded like a door slam. And Dad was not the kind of guy to get nervous. He was a local legend for his bar fights, as I said up top. He told me that he's starting to get creeped out. And then he pissed him. And then he just got so pissed off. He didn't say piss him. That was me.
Piss himself.
I thought you were going to say you pissed
He was
yourself.
mad. I'm so mad.
He pissed his front lawn.
No, that was me. He got so mad that he started stomping around the house. I don't know why he got mad. He saw the back of the door was wide open, leading to the overgrown backyard. And he wondered if it had just been the wind moving the door. So he closed it and got back to work. And when he decided to look over the place, just in case, he looked around downstairs, and there's nothing too much to see. The house was in bad shape, but it's furnished. The place is fairly clean and tidy. The electricity still worked. Someone's definitely still living there, and wasn't just able to keep the place up. Just was not able to keep up the place. He was pretty much satisfied with his concerns that no one was there, but he started to go upstairs to look anyway. Upstairs is much as the same as downstairs. Clean, tidy, just needing repairs. Something didn't feel right about this place for him. Dad's never been much of an intuitive kind of guy, so those must have been some bad vibes. The last room at the end of upstairs is closed. It's the only door that was closed. It's jammed in the frame somehow, but he gets it open. It's just a bedroom. It's all painted yellow with yellow furniture. He spots some of the wood rot around the window frame upstairs too. And he was told there'll only be 3 windows, and this made a 4th.
Cha-ching.
So he checked it out. And when he does, the sill just lifts right up, and there are papers and things stuffed between the walls. And he's seen it all. It didn't surprise him. He pulled the papers out because he planned to go ahead and do this window too, just like that. He wasn't going to ask for more money. He just wanted to get a job well done. He pulled the papers out, and he sees that it was mostly photographs. Dad's big on privacy. That's why he doesn't like to go in houses by himself.
Yeah. Well, the door was jammed shut, and he kicked it in to see what's in this room.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Privacy.
conflicting with his views on privacy.
He happened to see the photographs, and he was looking at something bad. He started flipping through them, and they're all pretty much the same. The back of each picture is dated, but every one of these pictures was a little boy sleeping. Dad recognized me in the ground floor bedroom right away. He remembered my stories about the flashing lights. It hadn't been in my head at all.
Flash photography.
Oh,
Someone had been taking pictures of me in my sleep for almost a year.
Yo, it's the dude from Echo's story.
Yeah.
Oh, the photographer?
Oh, this is something he would do.
Flash is bold. It's a bold
Flash.
move.
that's like do something about it.
Yeah.
He told me there weren't any pictures of any other boys either. Whoever took the photos were only taking pictures of me.
Well, aren't you
Call
special?
the police, of course. He's a very sexy
Me and my
little boy.
special little trauma.
The dad's like, oh, good framing though.
Oh, his father knows a thing or two about frames. We've established that.
Yeah.
He used the rule of thirds.
He called the police, of course. The owner of the house was an elderly couple living in Vancouver.
Kill him.
They used to summer in the house. They just gotten around to it in years. They didn't even notice that they were still paying the electric bill. They had no idea the pictures were
Jesus
hiring my
Christ,
dad.
what do they do for a living?
That's a
Yeah, I
privilege
know.
right there.
You know, That's
God
old money.
damn.
That's they bought that house for 3 nickels and a
2
raspberry.
strawberries, yeah.
I want that
Yeah.
kind of money.
Yeah, we're in the end game here. We're almost done.
Yeah, the kind where you don't kill your landlord over an agreed upon amount. Yeah. Instead, just don't even realize you have rent. That's
Yeah.
better.
They had no ideas about the pictures or even hiring my dad. It was a dead end. I had so many questions after this. For one, why would someone who was so far away from our apartment drive 30 plus minutes at night to take pictures of just me?
Yeah, that's the
How
weird
am I
part.
so pretty?
That's the weird
Yeah.
part right
How
there.
they even know me? How
How
did
do I
they
not have
fix
a
that?
modeling career yet?
Yeah, exactly.
Why was I given 0 direction in these photos?
They're getting discovered, right? How did they fixate on that one apartment or kid and then call my dad out to the stash of pictures? Dad actually had an answer for one of those questions. In a way, I find this creepier. It turns out he went out to the wrong address. He wrote it down wrong. And the police checked on answering machine tapes for clues. He was actually called to a much closer home by a completely innocent guy. He stumbled on the house and stash picture completely by random misunderstanding. So who left the note on the front door?
Mm.
End story.
This feels like this guy just wrote the story and at the end was like, wait, fuck. And then wrote his questions down and published it.
This guy was really into Jules Verne because he just wrote a story and was like, I don't know how to end it. And
The
everything
question-
was okay.
The questions were just editor's notes, and he forgot to. It's like,
So wait, what did that guy say? Someone else has been sleeping in your bed. I don't like it.
Yeah. That
'cause
was
they
probably the guy that said
moved.
the pictures.
well, no, it's because they moved.
Oh, yeah.
'cause they moved.
Because they
Yeah.
moved.
Got
Story
it.
redeemed.
All right, I'm getting
Damn.
it now.
I would say
That
of
was
all
good.
of them, this one does feel the most real because it has the sort of like things, like it's a weird story, but it doesn't really make sense. And I feel like sometimes actual scary things that happen to people fall into that category where it's like,
Yeah.
this was really weird and I didn't like it, but I'm not quite sure it doesn't add up. But
Do you think he wore the Ramones shirt because he knew the kid liked the Ramones?
Well, we don't know it was in the CD player.
What would we
No,
establish
he
it was
said he liked the
Evanescence?
Ramones,
But he's-
though.
He's stalking the kid.
Yeah.
Mm.
And he's like, I like the Ramones. I like your shirt. And he's like, huh? But I think he wore it because the
Well,
kid.
to be fair, the Ramones at this point is like the Misfits or Metallica. It's just a clothing brand. He probably
Right.
just got the shirt at.
if he'd been wearing an Evanescence shirt, it would have been a lot more specific. We would have
Evanescence.
It would have been
No.
cooler too.
Well,
Agreed.
somebody said he was listening to Evanescence. Or they
That's
thought-
what it was. It was a Discman. I'm trying to think of the right time period.
Like 2002.
Eiffel 65. That's what I listened to in my Walkman.
I listened to Sing the
Creed's
Sorrow
My
by AFI.
Sacrifice. That would
The Mortal Kombat soundtrack. Banger.
Oh my god, that would be so sick.
Just ocean noises.
Mhm.
They didn't have that. They didn't have that back then on CD.
No, they did.
Now that's what I call sounds.
They had sounds because I purchased 2 CDs from Kmart that were both CDs with frog noises on them,
That was to go to sleep.
just to have on.
Dude, you have frogs. Why do you need that?
Well, I do now, but when I was like
Oh.
8, I
Chris
did
is always like frogs.
You brought frogs just so you could fall asleep at night.
If I was buying
Conditioned.
CDs at Kmart now, there'd be a lot bigger
Is Kmart
questions.
still around?
No, I think
No.
Kmart's
No.
done so.
Yeah,
No.
Kmart's
You didn't
no.
buy enough CDs to keep them alive, bro.
No.
I used to rock Phil Collins' Tarzan on the way to high school.
Oh shit.
Oh, amazing.
yeah, dude.
I did love that one.
That was a good one.
I did my best reading that. I'm sorry. I tried. I'm a stumbler. I edit that shit out of our own podcast.
No,
a
that
lot.
was great.
You're in good company, dude.
Yeah, and I will end up editing this, so it'll be fine.
If it's that bad, he'll just cut it. Don't worry.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I'm
That's
just
fair.
gonna cut the whole story.
After
Just
my
done.
story, you'll sound
Yeah.
perfect.
I will say, the shows that are doing a 30-year anniversary, like you're editing shit. Like you didn't get to 3 years of people listening because you just like put slop out there. So like I have faith that you're gonna make this pretty decent.
I'm probably gonna end up making it 2 parts too. This will probably be a 2-part.
That's fair.
Your
That's fair.
4th year
Yeah,
anniversary,
there's a
we should all
lot.
write creepypastas and have other people read them.
Oh, shit. That would be
Shit.
good,
That
though.
sounds
That'd
Just
be
put
really
them in a
fun.
bowl and draw names
Yeah.
out of hats.
Dave's like, I'm never doing this again.
I'm gonna do it blindfolded, no home keys.
Yeah.
Dave's never talking to any of us again after this.
No, this
Yeah,
is a lot
right.
of fun, guys. I really
It's gonna be a
appreciate
great
all-
edit.
I appreciate you guys coming on. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for
thanks having
celebrating
us.
our
This
3
was
years.
awesome.
I'm sure Sarge would say thank you,
Congrats.
but his internet is
No,
fucked
what
right
happened?
now.
Left because he couldn't stand us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've passed our technology curse on to y'all. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's just Sarge. He'll get over it. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for doing this. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
fun.
This was fun.
Yes,
thank you for inviting us.
All right. See everyone later, I guess. Is that
Bye.
do we need to do any like sign out
kicking us
thing,
out?
or we-
Wow. What a great bunch of stories.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat the whole fucking time.
Yeah, I should say that we're recording this without having heard them again since like a week or two ago.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to peel back the curtain for a moment. We are just sitting in our houses recording random outros.
Yeah. But I'm sure they were great. I mean,
They were great. I actually really enjoyed Chris and Ed's. Unfortunately for the Believing the Bizarre boys, sorry guys, I missed it because I was having issues with Riverside, specifically with my internet. It kept saying my internet was not working, but it was working on literally everything else.
yeah. Well, it's like we said, it's because they
And
knew
Riverside doesn't like me. They're trying to censor me.
yeah, they knew you were gonna say something wildly inappropriate at any given time. So they're like, we gotta
And they
cut
were
this
right
shit
to
off.
be worried about that.
as
They were
soon
right to
as
be worried about that.
possible. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening to part 1 and 2 of All You Could Eat Creepypasta, our 3-year anniversary episodes, which is also like 4 months late because technically it was in January, but we didn't
That's
do anything
fine.
for it.
It's fine. Yeah.
Leave us a 5-star rating review wherever you can. Make sure you follow and leave a 5-star rating review for all the shows involved. What About Weird, Scared All the Time, Believing the Bizarre, if you haven't already. Follow them wherever you can. Follow us on Instagram at Cryptic Cocktail, TikTok Cryptic Cocktail Party. Sarge, is there anything you want to add on before we say goodbye?
Yes. Please listen to those other shows. They really endured quite a bit because I am not easy to work with. So, please give them a shout out. Give them a listen. They're great people. And if you hear from their show, thanks for joining. And hopefully I didn't turn you off.
But not in this episode because you're barely.
I didn't talk much.
Yeah.
No, my internet wasn't working.
All right, Sarge, do you want to say goodbye and I love you?
Goodbye. And I love you.